Oh, hello there. My name is Mr. Richmond. I'm the head of maths here at Kyneton High School. You just caught me filling out my favourite spreadsheets. If you were in the talk, this very talk, maybe a couple of years ago, you might have seen one like this already, but you'll have to just see if you can spot the difference between them. Okay, what we're going to do today, what I'm going to talk about is exams. I'm going to talk about setting arrangements for maths, and I'm going to talk a little bit about homework. In maths, we test every term. Okay, we use a GCSE paper. We do that because it's a robust way of doing it. It's a good way of finding out exactly how well your children have done in their maths lessons. And so recently we've started following up with a shadow paper, okay, which is the same paper but with different numbers. So we go through the exam paper to see where they are, and to see what we can, and we use it as a learning experience as well. So they get used to answering GCSE type questions. It's a bit of a scary thought, isn't it? Straight in at GCSE, but actually they've already done one. They've done a GCSE paper in the first week of their life at Kyneton, and we use that to help us set them. All right, so set. Okay, we've moved their groups around. We've had a bit of up and down with a couple of them, but actually they're pretty much all settled now in their new sets, and they know their maths teacher. We have 3 sets. We have a top, middle, and a lower set. Okay, we tend to be more students in the top set than there are in the lower set, and so we can have individualized help more, but still content of the lessons is still roughly the same. Okay, so if there are any lucky of you to have twins out there and you've got one in the top set and one in the lower set, they would be on the same topic and they would be doing virtually the same work, but not quite. The top sets obviously go a little bit faster. But saying that, although we've put them in their sets, we do test them regularly. So once a term, they'll get their GCSE paper. We have a look to see if anyone's vastly misplaced. If they are, we move them, and that's not an issue. Okay, so I like to have my mark book with extra names on the bottom just to show that we've got it right, or genuinely keep looking at it. So they're not stuck in a set. Okay, and we can move them down or up, depending on how we think they are, as not just in their maths, how they're feeling as well. So we do look at it. Really important is homework. Okay, homework is one of the biggest ways that we can supplement the learning done in class. Okay, so it's not just supplementing it, it's reinforcing it and making sure that if they've done something in lesson, that later on they can recall it themselves and recall it and use it to complete their homework. We use My Maths a lot. My Maths is something we pay for, so we use it usually every other week, but there are other websites as well we can use. My advice about homework, because I think homework can be a really negative thing for students and for parents as well. I mean, I've got 4 kids. I know how bad homework can be. My advice would be, don't spend too long on it. If it's difficult, if you really can't do it, then just ask your teacher. Okay, ask your teacher for some help. We normally run Maths Club or something like that. I don't really know exactly what Maths Club is going to be available. However, it doesn't take a second to ask a member of the maths department for some help on their homework. An email is also really good, okay, because I know when I get an email, when I'm sitting at home cooking the tea or eating my tea, I get an email, I will answer that email, okay, so I'm quite happy to do that. But just don't spend too long, and certainly don't get worked up over it. It's there to help. It's there for you to help your child learn and to make sure it's embedded. Okay, but I've got one message for you, and that's everybody is capable of doing the maths. Okay, no exceptions. We aim really high in maths, because we know that students are capable. So we won't shy away from doing trigonometry in year 7. We do it. We've done it for years. It's a tried and trusted method, and I don't want anybody to think that they can't do it, because they absolutely can. So absolutely, if your child is struggling on a different topic, you just say to them, well, you're not getting it yet, but you will do, okay, and you will get it. Right, so if you've ever seen this before, okay, it's my spreadsheet, and every time I put in a number, it colours it in for me. Okay, so if I put in 254 all the way across there, it's a really bright blue. If I put in a 0, it would come up really dark. And the thing is, that you could see how these numbers are used to build light and dark patches, and you can see that happening. And then if you put enough light and dark patches together, you'll end up with the Kyneton High School logo. Okay, so last time it was a picture of me, but I got a lot of grief for that. So, right, I'll leave that with you, and I hope you enjoy your evening.